Ireland has experienced a flood of landlord sales across many regional towns, to the degree that former rentals are now making up between 40% and 80% of all homes that sold in the last quarter. This has happened following the extension of rental pressure zone legislation to the whole of Ireland, which occurred in June. Previously, when it had been applied to Dublin and parts of Cork in 2016, and some other selected locations since, in which the rental market was judged to be heated. And this mirrors what happened in Dublin from 2016 onwards. Data showed that landlords in the capital have consistently made up between a quarter and 1/3 of all sold property in any given year, while the numbers of landlords purchasing properties to rent them has fallen down to around 10% or 12% of buyers overall. The data is contained in the latest Real Estate Alliance Average House Price Index, which shows that formerly rented property made up 40% of all home sales through the last quarter in locations like Waterford, Carlow and Kerry. In Limerick City, a location with a chronic shortage of rental property, they made up more than half of all sales at 60%. The highest impact was in Nenagh in County Tipperary, where landlords made up a whopping 80% of all property sold from the start of July. We're talking about the 3-bed semi-detached house. So what does it mean? Bad news for government efforts to solve the housing crisis, because more landlords selling and less coming into the market means the pressure zone legislation, designed to control rents, will actually put an upwards pressure on them. Why? Because the more landlords sell up, the less rentals are available. It means more upward pressure on prices, and because rents have tended to increase by more than stipulated levels all through the 9 years since RPZs were introduced in 2016, it means that those landlords who stayed in the rental market are finding ways of increasing rents despite the legislation. The new wave of departing landlords comes against the background of bad news for government efforts on the housing crisis, given that in August we learned that new home construction starts are now running at the lowest level since 2016, the same year in which RPZ rules were first introduced. You can follow this story on the Irish Independent,